Come on. Alright, there we go. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Stoned. Let me fix my hair quick. Today, we're doing some more with the Raven. We're going to try to bust a bunch of this out, and yeah, we're just going to pick off where we left off from. So, we switched over to, I forget the kid's name, but it was the stowaway, and we just got onto the train itself. So we're in the professor's storage compartment. So we need to kind of...
Professor Lucien seems to travel light. The Baroness's luggage takes up half a freight car. I don't think that the suitcase or the bag contain anything that could help me out. I'd better leave as little evidence as possible.
Ah, so it was us that opened the cupboard.
My God, I barely look like myself. The sink, the sink. No, that won't help me now. Professor Lucien hasn't slept a single night in the cabin yet. The towel is unused. If I twisted it, then I'd have a sort of rope.
Cool.
He doesn't give up easily. It was the only window that was open in the station, so it was a good way to get onto the train. And now, it might be my only way out. The window to the right should be the Baroness's cabin, and the one on the left is the saloon car. The roof could be my escape route.
Which is hilarious that we didn't search the thing, because now that we know...
That's the Baroness's cabin.
He just missed the thing.
I wouldn't mind jumping through the window and giving them both the surprise of a lifetime, but then the Baroness would freak out, and Itch would be forced to report the event to the police.
That's true.
This is the saloon car. The coal car and an old-fashioned steam engine are in front of it. If I stand up, my head is level with the roof, but the roof is too slanted and smooth to climb. There's nothing quite like traveling on a train. I should be able to move about freely in the train, as long as I keep away from Professor Lucien. The other guests don't know me, and conductors change several times during the journey. A new face shouldn't seem suspicious to anyone.
Young man?
Yes, sir?
Tell me, when did they switch to self-service on the Orient Express? Should they not have informed the passengers about that in advance?
Forgive me, sir. I was...
And what about my bag? Did your colleague find it?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know.
I expected as much. There will be consequences. And now, bring me my coffee.
Of course, sir.
Okay.
Asshole. Locked. Let's see. It fits. Huh. A lot of odds and ends. A hairnet, batteries, a half pack of cigarettes, an unused toothbrush. The bartender probably has to serve as a jack of all trades, like a
Probably.
concierge in a hotel. So, is there anything useful?
All useful. Take
Here
it
we
all.
go. A small shaving mirror. Huh. A dish with old people's candy. Butterscotch, I think.
Yoink.
Even pigs get to drink from the finest porcelain. A small portable radio. The reception is surprisingly good here in the mountains. I won't be able to use the radio, but the antenna, on the other hand, a thin, short metal rod that can be extended. Something like that might come in handy. If I mess with the doctor, I might blow my cover. So I'll have to grin and bear it and serve our esteemed passenger his coffee.
That's what I'm trying to do.
No, I don't need anything else.
That is like a coffee machine right there, right? That white thing? That's like right behind my face? Yeah. I just couldn't see it because it's behind my face, that's all.
There's still some coffee left. A cup of coffee for the gentleman.
Do you know what the problem with people like you is?
You mean our lack of a sense of duty, or our skin color, or a lack of respect for our elders? We have so many flaws.
That trophy's called Good Boy.
The elderly woman's carer can't keep her hands still, so she's knitting. The younger woman seems to be some kind of carer or companion for the older lady. I wouldn't like to be with her all day long. She radiates a certain restlessness and unease.
See if I can take this.
The elderly woman... Can I bring you ladies anything? Is everything satisfactory?
Everything is wonderful, young man.
Very good.
Yoink.
Got it. I think Professor Lucien is still in the hallway, trying to get into his cabin. I'd better wait until the coast is clear.
Okay, so they want me to go back then?
The safe that I need to put the envelope on is in the freight car, but I can't just walk in like a delivery man. Looks like a toolbox. Ugh. It's secured with a heavy padlock. No, not what I need.
Alright, we're going that way now, I guess.
ventilation shaft supplies the freight car with fresh air. It also seems big enough to climb through. I'd say I've found my way in. The cover has 2 hinges on the back. It's possible to open it, but the 2 screws on the front hold it closed. If I have to, that should do it. That did the trick. Okay, the candy is so sticky that it will hold the mirror without any trouble. As
Cool.
I expected, it sticks.
I'm like just MacGyvering the crap out of this.
The safe is directly beneath the ventilation shaft. I could shimmy down the shaft and hit him on the head from behind. Uh-oh.
Are you okay, Robert?
Nothing to report, sir.
At ease?
Any suspicious passengers come aboard in Zurich, sir?
Not really. It could be anyone and no one. But we've received support from the Swiss police. A certain Constable Zellner.
Oh?
Very motivated. Might get on our nerves.
That limits my options. I can't overpower 2 people, and I don't think I'll be able to slip into the carriage unseen after all. Oh, there has to be a way. I have to keep Inch happy. How do I get you onto the safe? Or on top of it? The safe is directly beneath the ventilation shaft. And Inch said something about a blackout and a tunnel. I could use the moments of confusion and darkness to toss the letter onto the safe. Might work, as long as I manage to open the ventilation shaft and choose the right moment.
Okay, so I gotta get the shaft open. So let's see if we can use the knife.
The cover has 2 hinges, but the 2 screws on...
Okay. No.
The cover, but the 2 screws...
Okay, so we need a screwdriver or something.
Hey, my pistol!
You'll get it back in Venice. Frightening me like that. I could have fallen under the wheels.
I thought you were a ghost.
Ghosts don't exist.
They do too. One just flew past my window.
Be off with you.
Oh, man.
So this is when I unlocked that. Huh.
Ah, I can use these.
Phew, that was close.
So let's go see what's in that now.
He left the lock open. How convenient. Let's see. A wrench, you don't say.
Nice.
This is too easy.
So that's all I did the first time, is I just skipped the climbing onto the roof animation.
I could unscrew the screws.
That's not
but
Ford
I could
screws,
only open
but
the cover inside the tunnel. What was that?
Sir! Must have fallen out.
Put that on the floor.
Yes, sir.
That was close. If the second screw makes that much noise, it's over for me. Legrand has retired to a dark corner, and the Bobby is hiding behind some boxes. Legrand obviously set a trap for the Raven. Unfortunately, the Raven knows. Is that what this is about? Does Inch just want to mock Legrand?
If I do it now, I think I might be screwed.
The cover has two, but
Let's go for it.
no way. If the second nut, my only option will be to jump from the train.
Okay. So if he headed back that way, then I should be able to
Okay, showtime.
go straight through the car. Because he would have let the professor in with the things. The screwdriver. But he's gone. Perfect. Stop. Please continue. Come on, bud.
They should have been able to open the door with pliers. I think the coast is clear. I assume Inch is also in the compartment. He'll probably find some excuse to sneak out to trigger the blackout and engage the emergency brakes. No idea how he expects to pull that off. He usually leaves me in the dark about such things. Even after months of partnership, he still doesn't trust me completely. Huh. Is this a Stradivarius or something like that? If it is, maybe I should take it with me during the blackout. With any luck, I'm going to be a happy family man soon, and I'll need a few francs, lira, or marks. The violinist was already on the train in Zurich. Handsome devil. I'm glad my girlfriend isn't here. She loves to make me jealous, and once I'm raging mad, she leans forward and whispers one of those phrases that only she can say.
Oh.
Self-control. Side jobs always lead to complications. There are enough unknowns in our plan as it is. No need to add more. We're still in the Swiss Alps. We should reach the Italian border in half an hour.
Half an hour.
Climbing over the coal car is the only way to get into the driver's cab while the train is moving. I can't imagine Inch climbing over it to trigger a blackout out front. I bet he paid someone to do his dirty work. Inch almost never takes personal risks, and usually he tries to keep his hands clean. Some maps, info for travelers, some pictures, and the schedule, all neatly hung up with magnets.
Oh, it's a cabinet?
Won't work. There's a lock at the bottom of the window.
Maybe.
There are several special lucky for... The big map shows it's larger than the other notices, and thus hung up with larger...
Nice. That magnet'll help. So he's probably in the car with the professor. I'm talking about Constable Zellner. There he is. He's probably in with the professor right now, because that's where I was So where did the doctor go? Okay, so we use the magnet.
I can't see anything but the rear of the car through the slots. That won't do.
Can I use both? No? Damn.
No way. If the second nut, my only option... That will... I don't believe that anything really changed down there. The cover had but the two screws. I'll tie the magnet to the string. Done.
Oh, nice. Good shit, bud.
All right. We should...
What? The light's gone out.
Flashlights! Ah! Get off me!
Nice.
There, sir. An envelope.
The feather.
My dear Nico, you should take a closer look at the box. Ah.
What the dickens? It's a... Away with it! Take cover!
Oh! That might have killed me. Holy shit. Charlie, stop.
What's the meaning of this? What do you want here?
What was the point of the bomb?
Isn't that obvious? I wanted to dispose of Legrand as spectacularly as possible.
You almost disposed of me as well.
Did I not tell you to deliver the letter and leave immediately?
People could have died.
But of course, that was the point of the bomb.
I don't want to hurt anyone. You know that.
And you know that I don't care what you want. Obey my orders and nothing will happen to you, and you'll soon be a rich man.
I won't blindly obey orders anymore. I want to know what the plan is.
You know as much as you need to know. We will steal the second eye in Cairo, before the eyes of the world. The theft of the first eye got everyone's attention. Legrand's death
They
would have
could have stole the
increased the
second
excitement
eye.
immeasurably. But this will do just as well. We'll have a showdown instead. The Raven versus the Inspector. That should also electrify the press.
Why are you doing this? I thought it was about the jewels. Why are we making life difficult for ourselves and attracting so much attention?
It's about more than that. It's about performing on the greatest stage of all. About the end of a legend. You'll see when it's time for you to see. Until then, just do as I say.
But James! James!
Where
James!
are you?
During the trip, we'll keep a low profile and steer clear of Legrand.
I lost the ticket and the fake passport.
I swear, if my arm were still good enough to climb, I'd have disposed of you long ago. Oh, well. I'd prefer that no one see you while you're on board. Smuggle yourself on board and stay undercover until Cairo.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And
is this
no
where we
more
use the
games.
box?
Nothing that Legrand, the police, or
I
anyone
think
else
so.
could do to you compares to what I will do to
The
you if
Zellner
you don't
pointed out?
follow my plan.
James, there you are.
James!
Inspector to carry my luggage onto the ship all by himself?
James!
He thinks he knows me. He thinks I'm stupid and weak. I have him right where I want him. Here's a young thief who'll show an old-timer how it's done. Even if it means a bit of solitary confinement.
We're gonna be doing some time? Is that what you're saying? Excuse me. I'm making lots of progress.
I'm lying on a pile of clothes. Different fabrics. Some rougher, some softer. This one feels like a fine net. No, I don't think this'll be much use. I hope the dock workers have left the cargo hold. I'd better just take a peek. Or at least, I'd take a peek if it were possible to open it. This trunk is built like a coffin. Feels like metal. Angular. I think it's the trunk lock. There are small round bumps with slots in the middle. Could be screws. There are small... Okay, where's the screwdriver? Knife. There's the screwdriver. So, if I just turn this... aha!
I didn't even peek. Fuck.
Oh, you're kidding me! Seems to be a strap for holding something on the shelf above the trunk. Unfortunately, I can't reach the clasp. The stuff over there doesn't look like it was recently loaded. Probably part of the ship's inventory. 2 metal pipes. Stable, about 10 meters apart. It's fastened tight. The ship may be showing its age, but those pipes look more than sturdy enough. Tools and spare parts, I'd say. There might be something in that box that could help me escape from the trunk. Of course, it would be more helpful if it weren't out of my reach.
It's true.
And then it'll just tie itself around the pipe.
first trying to
Hopefully the
warm
clasp
up.
won't slip out of the box when I pull the strap.
That was actually really
The
lucky.
pipe rolled up against the shelf, but it's still out of my reach. How's that supposed to work? The strap... Looks like I hit the jackpot on my first try. There's nothing more to be had. Oh.
Is it just trial and error? Yeah. Okay.
Oh. The pipe rolled up against the shelf, but it's still out of my reach. I can't reach it. The knife has been handy before, and with its help, I might stand a chance of getting out of this coffin. All right then. I'll just drive the blade through the end of the strap. The knife isn't stuck firmly enough in the strap to endure a throw. I'll pull it out and try my luck with the metal clasp.
Skip it, because we're not going to get that.
Oh.
Okay. Let's do that again.
It's worth a try.
Oh, good shit,
Ta-da!
bud. Okay.
That should hold. My best chance. Steady as a rock.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Stretch. Oh.
Elegance.
Oh. That's called Traveler? Oh, that must be them closing the door. Oh, this is when I hit him. Sorry, Zelmer.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll tie him up and then get out of here before they start looking for him. And I already have an idea where I can hide.
I can't imagine that we just leave.
Yeah, without saying goodbye either.
I tried to go in that room so many times in the first fucking go around.
No need to be frightened, young lady.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you.
This is hardly the time or the place. What happened on the train?
Nothing bad. Everyone is fine.
Inch is dangerous. I warned you.
I know.
Oh.
That's why we're being careful. And you have a smart and handsome young thief at your side.
And humble, too.
Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
What have I done to deserve a luck like this?
Get some, bud. Hey, baby. Oh, okay, so that's episode 2. And these trophies are just it popping off, like me finishing episode 2 sort of thing. So let's continue. Because, like, that's what, maybe about 45 minutes of playtime? So, not even that much. Still got lots of time. Probably another hour.
Inch bothers me. He's shown what he's capable of. What if he finds out about our plan?
How would he? We're careful.
He's more ruthless than we expected. The bomb on the train. I don't want to think about it.
We need to make sure that we stay calm.
You mean that I stay calm?
I'm not worried about you. I know.
Shall we go over the plan one more time?
Good idea. We know that Inch hid the first eye in the Baroness's luggage.
I'll break into her cabin and replace the eye with a fake.
Right. We'll steal the second eye in Cairo.
And Inch will be caught in the act.
It's simple.
The devil is in the detail. I have to get into the Baroness's cabin undetected, then find the secret hiding place, and I can't leave any evidence behind.
Yes. And Inch said something about a combination, so the hiding place might be locked.
One step at a time. I think I'll assess the situation first.
And I think I'll make myself comfortable for a little while.
So this is how married life will be.
Works for me.
Everything went according to plan in London?
Except for the explosion, yes. The Bobby was right on time.
Because he had a good tip-off.
I had enough time to take the eye, but unfortunately there was no time to replace it with the fake.
Where is it? A work of art. Almost as beautiful as the original.
I can't tell the difference.
Inch could. But if all goes to plan, he won't have a chance to take a closer look at the jewel until after the burglary at the Egyptian Museum. Will Legrand cause any trouble?
Everything's still going according
Always
to plan.
to that fucking plastic
that means
bag, buddy.
Clever, but not clever
Stop.
enough.
And the Bobby?
Peasant's cunning, nothing more.
Plastic.
He won't be able to solve the puzzle on his own.
There's still Inch.
He doesn't suspect anything. We laid the foundation well. I've been his assistant for months already. He doesn't trust me, but he thinks he can play me for a sucker. That's enough.
Speaking of Inch, I saw him talking to you in Venice. What was it about?
He was angry because his attack on the train failed and because I lost my ticket.
How did you get on the ship?
As a stowaway, locked in a cold, dark cargo hold.
Poor boy. I'll go out now and lead the police and master thieves around by the nose.
I can think of something else to do.
I can't.
She's so cute, though. Okay.
I'm sure I could help you if...
Stand aside.
If you told me what you're looking for.
You're just getting in my way. Now get out.
I'll wait at the door, madam.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Miss...
Mayors?
Can I help you?
No, I'm just having a look around the ship. Good day. Oh, that was close.
That was incredibly close. Hey.
Practicality was definitely placed ahead of design here. I guess the Lydia regularly docks at harbours that don't have their own gangways. And rather than make the passengers climb ladders, they opted for the less beautiful alternative.
Yeah, let's go upstairs. Why not? Oh, I didn't even know I could go over here.
Two handsome sailors are standing at the table and studying a marine map. Good thing they're busy. I can have a look around without being disturbed. A classic. The thief enters through the ventilation shaft. Can it really be that easy? No, it can't. The cover is screwed shut. No idea what kind of flag this is, but the pole it's attached to could be very useful one day. It's about 80 centimeters long and looks quite stable. Yes,
Cool.
it's sturdy, but it's also too cumbersome to carry around.
I'll just leave that chilling. Oh, my heart. Oh, this is so adorable. Don't eat it. Play with it. You're so cute. Let's go to the forecastle, like everybody likes to say, but it's actually forecastle.
This should be the entrance to the cargo hold. Not really my concern.
No, they're my strings.
Bull, curling, shuffleboard, all the same to me. I'm not interested in any of that now.
Nothing over here. Okay. She moves much quicker than some of the other dudes. Still gets stuck on invisible walls though. See, I feel like the ship should be circle, you know? I should be able to go all the way around it, like this, but it's not letting me. So it's this weird sort of situation. My god. Thank you. Oh, bathtub?
A deck chair in the sunshine on a cruise ship. I'd be a fool to miss out on that tomorrow, but I have to take care of my duties.
You do get
so
it.
I can relax in the sun. Ah, lovely big towel. I hope tomorrow I'll have a chance to sunbathe and enjoy the rest of the trip.
This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to circle around to the saloon because Bloody kicked me out onto the side deck there. Is this where I snag the gun?
Bravo! Bravissimo! Fantastico! Ha ha!
Would it be okay for you if I get some fresh air up on deck?
Of course, my dear. Give my regards to the sea.
wooden salad tongs, just small enough to carry around unseen.
Yoink!
I'm not an expert, but I think that Mr. Kreutzer really is a very skilled violinist. At least, I liked it, and the captain was certainly smitten. Excuse me, gentlemen.
She can't have meant you, Mr. Kreutzer. Why don't you just let me have a conversation with the young lady?
I just wanted...
Did you count the rings on your fingers, my dear? I think I'm going to stretch my legs.
But, Mr. Kreutzer, please stay. You simply must tell me more about your wonderful violin.
If you insist.
Lady Westmacott never let anyone tell her what to do. They say she was a stubborn one, and today, she's one of the richest women in the world.
Words to live by. Do what you gotta do, but definitely don't fucking bend.
I wouldn't have expected you to be a connoisseur of classical music.
Because I'm American?
Because you're young, and friendly, and radiant. Someone like you doesn't have to know a lot to get along well in life.
Yeah.
Is this your first trip on the Lydia?
That's quite enough. Life is too short for conversations like this. I do wish that rather delightful Swiss policeman had come along.
I heard you had an interesting trip on the train.
It was thrilling. I'm hoping for an encore. Perhaps in Cairo.
Are you easily prejudiced at your age?
In my long experience, there's often a core of truth at the center of every prejudice.
Prejudice is the reason of fools.
Was that written in the book you once read?
Oh, I've read many books. Good books.
But not my books, you mean to say?
You're a writer?
Mm-hmm. What can I do for you, Miss...
Mayers. You know, I'm not planning on throwing myself at a man.
I'm glad to hear it. You have to work. Earn your own money.
Oh, wow! My grades are excellent, and I really want to study acting in New York.
None of my books has ever been made into a good film. The stories were twisted, shortened, and simplified, so that even the dimmest fellow could follow them.
I want to do theater and travel. I speak 3 languages.
That would be 3 more than most people your age can speak. Do what you have to do. But stay away from bad men.
Mr. Kreutzer possesses impressive technique, don't you think?
He certainly does. His numerous playmates in Austria can tell you more about it than I.
You mean Mr. Kreutzer is a womanizer?
I'm not talking about cheap skirts.
Not cheap
I'm talking
skirts.
about expensive clothes. A man like him needs funds to support his lifestyle. Just go over to him, my dear. Tell the maestro that your family is wealthy. You have everything he's looking for. Money and a pretty face.
Hold your tongue. Mr. Kreutzer, Lady Westmacott, please.
Or did you have your eye on me, Mr. Kreutzer? Old, yes, but rich.
Jezebel.
Hey, nobody knocking that either.
Maestro.
I'd give you some feeling below that, you know.
That's better. Freeloader.
You and Mr. Kreutzer, you seem to know each other.
Not really, but I know his type. Parasites who cling to the rich and famous and suck them dry. The young, misunderstood painter. The innovative writer who writes books that no one wants to read. The musical talent that has to be supported. The ladies and gentlemen of high society let the others use them and call themselves patrons. Another word for fool.
Didn't you finance archaeological excavations in the Near East and Egypt?
For my husband, and I was there myself. I catalogued items for him, and I didn't show him off like a trophy at cocktail parties, but my son was one of them, the worst kind. The kind that sucks not only the money, but also the life right out of a person.
May I take my leave?
You may.
I don't think there's anything else in here for me. I somehow need to get the gun to chuck it off the gangway. Oh, he's still sitting there. I could check downstairs.
Very fine handiwork. The model maker even wrote the name of the ship on the tiny life preservers. But the winter garden at the back of the saloon is missing, and the stern deck looks different. It was obviously made before the ship was remodeled.
Oh, there's something on the table there.
Come in. How can I help you, young lady?
Are you the ship's doctor?
Yes, of course.
You see, that's what I thought, because you've got a uniform and you work in the medical center.
Well spotted, young lady. My name is Dr. Gebhardt.
You're such a good actress, lady.
What are the other passengers like?
Listen, young lady, I do not really have time to chat right now. Today is my first day, and it is going differently than I had expected.
So he's yet to poison her.
Maybe you should relax. Stress isn't good for you.
You're right. If there is nothing else I can help you with.
But you weren't really helpful at all. Maybe I'll come back later. Bye now.
Oh, I wish I was like that.
Several journals and magazines. Huh. There's something about the exhibition. Unique masterpieces exhibited for the first time together in their home country. Tireless efforts of Baroness von Trebitz. We briefly discussed whether we should try to steal the second eye here on the ship. The lack of escape routes and the 10-centimeter thick door to the safe settle the question.
I have some other things. Maybe I can go upstairs now.
A handsome man and a talented musician, but he doesn't seem very happy. Hello, Mr. Kreutzer.
Do you want to have a go at me, like the old witch in there?
I just wanted to talk to you.
Now is not the best time.
I just wondered why you're not performing on the world's great stages.
Fate, perhaps. Or bad luck. My parents opened every door for me and my sister and expected corresponding careers.
Over-ambitious parents who force their children to play music?
No, it wasn't like that. I loved it. I loved to play the violin. They didn't have to force me. I wanted to do it on my own. I thought I would achieve my goals if only I worked hard enough. But it was not to be.
This falls the storyline.
In a more dramatic story, I'd say that I broke my hand just before my big break, or that I was rejected because of my nationality or my name, or that I was brought down by a conspiracy. But nothing like that ever happened. I practiced like mad, got better and better, really good, but nothing happened. The right people never heard me. I was never in the right place at the right time. Can you imagine how it feels to always be on the cusp of a breakthrough? To be just one evening away from becoming an overnight sensation? To see how other, less talented violinists pass you by because you just aren't lucky enough?
How terrible.
For every star in the limelight, there are a dozen more that burn out unseen, fading month by month. I didn't want to be one of those people who waste their lives chasing dreams without realizing that they're unattainable. If I couldn't have the life that I always dreamt of, and that my family expected from me, then at least I could have the next best life.
The next best life?
Mansions, limousines, parties. Everything you could wish for. Though none of it belongs to me.
The lady called you a freeloader.
An ugly word, but maybe not so far from the truth. I move with the rich and famous, and at first glance, I live exactly the life my father always wished for me. A carefree life, easygoing. And I play the violin, which I always loved to do.
But it's not really like that.
It's empty. My life is just a shell. A show, and everyone knows it. I loved something once, and I burned for it. But now, the violin is just an accessory for practicing my real profession.
And your family?
How could I ever look them in the eyes? A failed violinist who gave up.
What does the future hold for you?
Isn't it obvious? My hands are starting to shake from alcohol. What will be left once I lose my good looks? I'll have nothing then. And so I'll put an end to it all.
You can't say things like that.
With my father's pistol, I always have it with me. It's gone. Fate won't even grant me a quick death.
Lady Westmacott
So I don't have to
not
take the
have the
pistol.
right to speak to you like that.
Really? How do you know? You don't know me.
Then, did she have the right?
No, she didn't. That cynical old witch enjoys exposing the weaknesses of others, although we all have them. She as well. She lusts for recognition and acts as though it weren't so disgraceful. She rejects prizes and awards with snide remarks, but she's angry when others receive them. She needs to know that she's better than others.
You seem to know her quite well.
I've only met her once or twice, but I know her son and some of her friends. One friend of hers supported me for a long time. No one is brave enough to say it to her face, but everyone hates her.
Her or her success? Don't you think you can still make it?
No. It's too late now. The real question is, did I give up too quickly back then?
I don't know.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye, Mr. Kreutzer.
Come on, come on, come on. Alright, what do we got on us? See if we can pop some hinges. Buddy's not going anywhere for some reason, James. Forget what his actual name is. James!
No, there's no gap to put the pole in. I can't force the cover open. I could tie the bath towel around the pole, put the pole across the ventilation shaft.
I need to get the thing open though.
Climb down with the help of the towel. Sounds like a plan. All the first-class cabins have their own ventilation. The shaft might be my best point of entry, but unfortunately, the cover is screwed shut. The salad tongs won't be missed until breakfast.
To the forecastle!
The two of them seem to be in a private conversation. I'd better not disturb them. When Adil and I were following the professor in London, I was disguised. But that doesn't mean he won't recognize me now.
I want to go down there. I feel like something I could use is down there, like screwdriver wise. I'll circle around behind Buddy. Come on. Oh, I know you can do it. Come on. Oh, he's gone.
He's sweating profusely. Burst capillaries and a sweet odor. I hope the crew doesn't take the captain for a role model, and that they stay sober for the rest of the trip. Lady Westmacott never let anyone tell her. The poster proudly announces the ship's first Atlantic crossing. The city of New York welcomes the MS Lydia. Inch is intelligent and ruthless, a dangerous combination. He's not a brilliant planner, but he is smart and careful. He senses danger. I'm afraid he might suspect that something is wrong. No time for reading. I have to find this. The only regular event seems to be the nightly drink in the saloon. Judging from the rest of the entertainment program, it seems necessary. The salad tongs won't. Maybe one of the crew whiled away the long nights at sea building the model. Only someone with a lot of time and a love of the original could build such a thing.
Okay, the only other thing I can think of is to go back into the room. But when I load, I'll No, I don't want a hint. Bolted shut. Okay. Because this is the only place I actually haven't explored. I've been everywhere else on the ship.
He has the enviable talent of being able to sleep anywhere, anytime. He once fell asleep on a cable car and only woke up after he'd already gone up the mountain and back down again. We booked this cabin because it's centrally located. Easy to duck in whenever we need to. Of course, the fact that it's a first-class cabin with a huge bathroom and shower had nothing to do with it. Okay then. I am Patricia Mayers. Young, attractive, clueless. I am Patricia Mayers. Normally I don't carry so many things around, but it would have been suspicious if I'd come aboard with nothing but a rucksack whilst pretending to be the daughter of a wealthy family. I got this necklace from my father. It's supposed to remind me that money isn't the most important thing in life. If all you've got is this penny, as well as family and friends, then you're a very rich girl, he said. I'll take it with me. It'll bring me luck. The salad tongs won't be missed until... I got this necklace for... If all you've got... I always try to carry... If my things are ever searched,
Sorry.
they won't reveal my true
I forgot
identity.
I wasn't... Oh,
I don't
hats?
like wearing hats, but they do fit the role. And I have to admit that the day in London when we shopped for Patricia Mayers was a lot of fun. It happened pretty fast between us. It was magic when we first met. Birds of a feather flock together, and he can be very charming.
A deal. Okay, got the penny now. Should be able to unscrew the thing. These are being weirdos. Head straight there. Oh, that was a good one. Not gonna be able to do the other side though. Okay.
The penny might be the right size. The penny fits perfectly into the screw slot, but my fingers aren't strong enough to turn the screw. That's it. I can jam the penny in and make an improvised screwdriver. That's it. I just hope that this is the right shaft. here goes nothing.
Doing it all while in a dress. They call me Jeanette Bond. Patricia? Patricia Bond.
Ah, Jakob Aust. I finally got you. I'll have them arrest you and justice will be done.
Can I be of assistance, madam?
Yes, you can get out of the way.
Shall I tidy up, madam?
No, it's time to celebrate.
Excellent. The coast is clear.
Yeah?
It seems like she was searching for a specific photo, and that she actually found it. Jakob Aust. Now I've got you, she said. We got our hands on the list of passengers, but I don't recognize the name. The Baroness wrote something down and took the slip of paper with her. Oh, it's probably not important. Impressive for a quick drink on the go. More bottles. Might be the good stuff. Napkins and towels, but no jewel.
Ah! Why are you yelling so much?
Corkscrew, bottle opener, coaster, nothing else. Gin, whiskey, liqueur, sherry, vodka, brandy, and champagne. Every bottle is at least half empty. What's that? A small leather strap. Aha.
Nice.
Nefertiti, Guernica, A.D., Buonarroti's Adam. This could be a memory aid for the Baroness. And it would explain how Inch discovered the combination. I'm going to copy the hints. As I see it, I have to decipher these clues to find 3 of the symbols. Then I can guess the 4th. Well, Nefertiti was an Egyptian queen. The monogram and the 2 other clues aren't much help. To me, it looks like a combination lock. A good one, too. The door only opens when the right symbols are in place. I'd put money on the Eye of the Sphinx being behind this door. I don't think anyone would bet against me. I've copied the hints into my diary. Maybe someone on board can help me to figure out at least 3 of the 4 symbols. A suitable glass for every occasion. But most of them look more or less unused. The Baroness probably disregards style and etiquette when she's drinking alone, and just uses the same glass. I wonder what the Baroness is running away from. Loneliness? Disappointment?
Sorry, didn't mean to skip that.
The mannequin could probably wear my clothes. It'd disappear under the Baroness's clothes, though. Not even Adil would believe that this painting was an original. He was interested in art when we first met. but for him it was always about the content, not the technique. I had my work cut out teaching him to concentrate on the stroke, the material, and the signature of the artist. It's the only way to distinguish an original from a fake. I don't care who painted it as long as it speaks to me, he said. A perspective that, as an art thief, I can't share, but it's charming nonetheless. I'm sure that the eye is in the Baroness's luggage.
Yeah, just being snoopy.
I'm here to steal one of the most valuable jewels in the world, not to swipe the contents of handbags.
Not gonna
Luckily,
need
I
it.
don't have to go through all these suitcases. Inch has been traveling with this woman through Europe for months. I almost feel sorry for him. Almost. That was close.
Incredibly. I wish he just would have let me try. I just would have forced the lock open. I should go and talk to, chicker in the chair. Mrs. My brain ain't doing shit tonight, apparently. Doesn't matter.
It seems like Dr. Gebhardt was able to wrestle himself away from his work, but he still doesn't seem to be very relaxed. Quite the opposite. And why won't he go to the saloon? Dr. Gebhardt, getting some fresh air?
Oh, you could say that.
Do you know the Egyptian queen Nefertiti?
Yes. There is a famous bust of her.
Really? Tell me more.
No, I am sorry. I do not have time for that.
Does Guernica mean anything to you?
Now listen, young lady, I do not know what they told you, but just because I am German, I am not responsible for the crimes of my government.
Crimes? What are you talking about?
We obeyed orders, just like everybody else. Now leave me alone.
Do you know what the monogram AD stands for?
What?
A capital A with a small d below it.
Yes, I do. Will you leave me alone if I tell you what it means?
You know.
It is not just any monogram. It is the first. Albrecht Dürer, a German artist, signed all his works with it. He was the first artist to sign all of his work with a monogram. It was not common to do so before then.
Are you sure?
His wooden engravings were, and still are, printed billions of times in Germany.
Billions of times? You're exaggerating.
Not at all. His work appears on German marks.
And what?
That's enough. I told you what you wanted to know. Please, leave me alone now.
Okay. I don't want your hints. Stop trying to make me take them. A little bit more time. Lady Westmacott.
Lady Westmacott?
Yes.
I hear you're well-versed in Egyptian history, Lady Westmacott. Can you tell me anything about Nefertiti?
A queen. The main wife of Akhenaten.
Did she have a favorite animal?
What a strange question.
I, just heard that they really adore cats in ancient Egypt.
Well, that's true, but I don't know whether Nefertiti had any special affinity for animals.
Does Guernica mean anything to you?
Why are you asking me all these strange questions?
I'm curious. How shall I learn if I don't ask?
Pick up a book.
I saw a sign in Venice. It said Buonarroti. Do you know what it means?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Are you interested in art?
Not really. I'm more interested in real life, in people.
So, you don't know Albrecht Dürer?
Just because I'm not interested in art doesn't mean that I'm ignorant.
What can you tell me about him?
Books, my dear, books. In them, you'll find the answers to all your questions, even the most foolish ones.
I bet you don't know anything about him, and you just want to cover it up.
Ah, you want to appeal to my honor. Too obvious, I'm afraid.
May I take my leave?
You may.
The Baroness seems to have a reason to celebrate. She's downing one glass of champagne after another. He's sweating profusely, burst capillaries, and a sweet odor. I hope the crew doesn't take the captain for a role model, and that... Hello, Captain DeCanti.
Miss Meyers, how nice to see you. You look beautiful. We missed you at dinner.
I was in my cabin. I didn't feel very well.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Do you know Nefertiti?
Is she a Greek queen?
No.
Oh, he's Italian.
Never mind. Buonarroti. That sounds Italian, doesn't it?
Ha! You can say that again. Buonarroti is the name of the greatest artist of all time. Michelangelo Buonarroti, who most people only know by his first name. Just imagine, one man, an Italian, achieves perfection in all three movements of graphic arts. His David is the most famous statue in the world. As an architect, he was a genius. He built parts of St. Peter's Basilica.
And as a painter, Michelangelo painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
The creation of Adam. The spark of life leaps from God to Adam. One of the most famous paintings in the world.
Yes, it is. The Sistine Chapel, Apostolic Palace, Vatican City. I don't know any animals associated with them.
Animals?
Oh, it's a game I used to play. My father posed me a riddle, and I have to guess an animal.
And Buonarroti's Adam was the hint? Maybe he meant Rome. According to legend, the founders of the city, Romulus and Remus, were raised by a she-wolf.
No, that's too vague. Does Vatican City have an animal on its coat of arms?
No.
And the Pope?
Every pope has his own emblem, but the new one doesn't have an animal.
You don't seem to like the new Pope.
It's too early to say. But who's fit to hold a candle to John the 23rd? Il Papa Buono, as we used to call him. The good Pope.
He just died recently. What was his heraldic animal?
He was a lion, and so was his heraldic animal.
For a Catholic, Buonarroti's Adam could be a mnemonic for the lion. Pope John XXIII was elected in the Sistine Chapel like every other pope. A work of art hints at a coat of arms with a lion on it. Maybe. I'll make a note of Lion.
Cool.
Captain DeConti?
Yes?
Guernica, does that mean anything to you?
Not a harbor that I've ever docked at.
Ah, that's too bad. Do you know Albrecht Dürer?
Yes, an artist. Not bad. But he has his weaknesses as well.
For example?
For one, he wasn't Italian.
That's a pity.
You can say that again. At least he lived in Italy for a while.
What else can you tell me about him?
I once overheard an argument on board between a German and a Spaniard about who elevated the woodcut to an art form, Albrecht Dürer or Alberto Durero. Eventually, they realized they were talking about the same man. Ha!
Albrecht Dürer is called Alberto Durero in Spain?
That's right. Don't ask me why.
Is it true that you're a war hero?
Mm-hmm. In 2 world wars. That tells you how old I must be.
You're as old as you feel.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Aren't you feeling well?
You shouldn't burden your pretty little head with the dark thoughts of an old man, my dear.
If you don't feel well, maybe you should take it easy.
I'm afraid if I take it easy, it'll kill me.
You seem to be a pessimist.
Fatty liver, asthma, gallstones, jaundice, gout, shingles, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, circulatory trouble, knee problems, pulmonary embolism, gastritis,
well, I mean,
migraine,
2 of those
tinnitus,
were
rheumatism, pleurisy, thrombosis, and constipation. Those are what's been
2 of them were
diagnosed
pretty much
so
the
far.
same
My
thing.
body is a curse.
Oh, I didn't mean to... I'm sorry.
Forgive an old man. I didn't mean to shock you.
You're still the captain of this beautiful ship.
They couldn't just get rid of me, so they stuck me somewhere where I can't make trouble anymore.
Don't say that.
This ship runs fine without me. The crew knows what to do. They don't need me. They don't want me.
Captain!
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm burdening you with all of this. Forgive me, eh? I'd like to rest for a while. Soon enough, it'll be time to head back to the coalface, eh?
No doubt, Captain. Why don't you just chill for a minute? Go and have go take a nap, bro. Usually when I get grumpy, I like to take a nap. Are you still being a douche?
Dr. Gebhardt?
Yes?
I was talking to the captain. He didn't look well. Is he sick?
I am sure you will understand that I cannot discuss the medical history of one of my patients with you.
Why? Do you think I'm too stupid?
I didn't mean that. It is a matter of confidentiality.
I asked whether the captain is ill and you called him one of my patients. Haven't you already answered my question?
What do you want?
I ought to be going.
Thank God.
I gotta force it. Oh, the professor's out here talking. Sorry, Professor, I don't mean to bug you. I need to talk to you about stuff and things. And stuff. You know stuff about things.
Professor Lucien could certainly tell me everything there is to know about Nefertiti, but he might also realize that I was in his museum in London.
Shit.
I'd better not talk to him.
Alright, whatever. I'll go up and I'll force it.
It doesn't make sense whilst I don't know at least 3 of the animal symbols, and I'm not going to find the solution in there.
Damn, come on. Okay, so who haven't I talked to? Girl's talking to a professor, so I can't talk to him. Chicker's drinking. That would be hilarious. If I could get her to tell me her own fucking... One second, I'll swing around the back, see if anybody's in the back. There's also Mr. Legrand. Oh, I say constable, but I know he's not an inspector.
The less I have to do with her, the better. Best if she doesn't even remember that I exist. Although, based on her alcohol consumption, I don't really think I have to worry about that. The lady is not a fan of shallow conversation, which I respect. I shouldn't talk to her unless I have something serious to say.
Which means I need to go downstairs. Unless I go and wake up, Adele.
Maybe the art magazine will help me with the symbols. Indeed. An article about the different works of art and how they survived the Second World War. And there's also a picture of the bust of Nefertiti. The unique Egyptian work of art was 1913. Permission to export to Germany. Second World War. Safe at the Reich Bank. Then a bunker. And then a salt mine. Prevented from shipping the bust to the United States. Back in Berlin since 1956. Very glad. Blah, blah, blah. Soon in the Egyptian Museum of Berlin, and hopefully someday in a reunified Berlin on the Museum Island. Okay, so the bust of Nefertiti is located in Berlin. And which animal is on the city's coat of arms? The Berlin bear.
So we got a lion and a bear.
I just need one more animal. Legrand is an important part of our plan. He's the one who'll arrest Inch in the end. But there's still a lot to do before that happens.
Oh. Shouldn't you be, like, writing this stuff down or something? Just go and see if we can wake up Adele. Oh, he's in the shower now.
Adil,
In the shower.
I found the secret compartment.
Oh, brilliant. And the jewel?
I'm working on it. Adil?
Yes?
I almost got caught in the Baroness's cabin.
What happened?
I don't know. A man came in and I just had time to hide under the bed.
Maybe it was a steward who came to clean the cabin? Don't bother your pretty little head about it. Swap the eye and hurry back. I've got a surprise for you.
I don't think your surprise will really surprise me. The secret compartment is secured with a combination lock.
Is there any way in?
Not without leaving evidence. I need the combination.
Are there any hints?
A memory aid consisting of several works of art. There are animals on the lock.
The works of art might hint at specific animals.
You don't say, genius. I've already got that far. About the combination.
Yes?
Guernica. Sounds Spanish, doesn't it?
Yes, it's a city in the Basque region.
Does it have a heraldic animal? Or maybe the region has one?
I don't know. I've never been there. I just know it because the city was bombed by the Nazis during the Spanish Civil War.
Nazis? In the Spanish Civil War?
Well, not officially, of course. At the request of General Franco, his friends from Germany reduced the defenseless city to ashes and rubble. Picasso immortalized the bombing in his famous painting.
Really? Is it on display in Spain?
Silly. As long as Franco is in charge, he won't allow that.
Where is it?
Oh, no idea. Paris, maybe? Picasso lived there for a long time.
Maybe doesn't help me much. Alberto Durero.
What about him?
What's his most famous work?
Hard to say. He did a lot. He was a pioneer of woodcuts and printmaking.
The Baroness left his monogram as a hint, not the name of one of his artworks. So there must be a painting that everyone associates with him.
Not to my knowledge. Although he did have a favorite motif.
And that was?
Himself. He made quite a few self-portraits.
That's it. The artist is the art.
Sounds logical. His most famous self-portrait is in the Prado in Madrid. I saw it with my own eyes 2 years ago.
Does Madrid have something like a heraldic animal?
Sure, it's a bear. It's on the coat of arms and all over the city.
A bear again? Like in Berlin?
Why not? The same numbers appear more than once on normal combination locks.
That's true. The bear then. That's it. 3 animals are all I need. I can guess the 4th. But I could try to find the 4th symbol anyway, just to be sure. I'll be going. Don't waste all the hot water.
Never.
There's nothing else in here for me to explore. Maybe he'll say something about it now.
Dr. Gebhardt?
Yes?
Have you ever heard of a Picasso?
That's enough. I am saying this as politely as I can. Please leave me alone now. We can discuss these unimportant things tomorrow, if it is really necessary.
I ought to be going.
Thank God.
The silhouette of New York and of a ship, but not of this one. They probably use the same template for every ship. Looks pretty official, with a coat of arms, flag, seal, and all the trappings. And the poster is clean as a whistle. Someone seems to cherish it. Lady Westmacott?
Yes.
It must be exciting to meet all the world's famous and powerful people.
I stay away as far as possible from high society. Too shallow. Too boring.
But some of them must be exciting. Have you ever met Picasso?
They told him he's a genius so often that he actually started to believe it himself.
But his paintings are impressive. Guernica, for example.
Well, it certainly is big. I have to give him that.
Didn't he have to flee from Spain?
Yes, from the fascists, but not just him. Many of his paintings as well. If I remember correctly, Guernica is currently on display in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. He bequeathed it to a future Spanish republic.
And until then it stays in New York?
Yes. It's been there for years now.
Have you ever been to New York?
For the love of God, what would I do there? We have the original York in England. That's quite enough for me.
So, you don't know the heraldic animal of New York?
No. Probably an eagle. It's all eagles over there.
May I take my leave?
You may.
It's true. Although I think there's a lot of badgers or, I don't know, other fucking shit.
Captain de Conti?
Yes?
An old seaman like you must surely...
Aye, aye. My
Sorry, I keep forgetting. I would spam through this and be done with this by now.
It's always a great
too much
Statue
talking.
of Liberty appears on the horizon.
You wouldn't happen to know the heraldic animal of New York?
No. Maybe an eagle?
Lovely concert, wasn't it?
You only heard the end. It was really wonderful.
All the more curious that Lady Westmacott embarrassed Mr. Kreutzer like that, don't you think?
I have no idea what got into her. They say she's a difficult person, but maybe it's the privilege of famous people to be a bit strange from time to time. When I was still a young sailor, Enrico Caruso was a passenger on our ship, and he...
I think she's fascinating. She's achieved so much, and all by herself.
Lady Westmacott? Oh yes, that's true. The most successful writer in the world.
Do you know any more about her?
Everything. I'm her biggest fan. What do you want to know?
Do you know what the lady wants to do in Cairo?
I couldn't really say. She was there many times with her husband, an archaeologist. He died a long time ago.
I heard something about a reception at the Egyptian Museum?
Yes, for the eyes of the Sphinx. Or rather, for the eye. But I don't think she'd go to Cairo just for that. She usually stays away from official events. Didn't participate in the literary scene either. Always stayed as far away as possible from high society. Probably because of her stepmother.
Where is she from? Who were her parents?
Her father was a wealthy British salesman. Her mother died in childbirth. She had an outstanding education, but was a lonely child, they say. Her father was away on business most of the time.
I know how she feels. For many years, my father's career was also more important than me.
Don't say that, my child. Your father paid for the life you now live.
Did Lady Westmacott's father marry again?
Yes, a woman 15 years his junior. She didn't really care for the child. She was something of a high society lady. She made the headlines with her antics more often than the family would have liked.
And her novels. How did she come to be a writer?
In interviews, she always mentions her French tutor, who encouraged her to write when she was a child. After some poems and short stories, she began to write detective novels with great success. The rest is history. The experts are arguing whether she or Shakespeare has sold more books.
Although she doesn't receive the same deference.
That's true. But her books are much more innovative and extraordinary than people generally give her credit for.
I think that's enough for now. No.
So is she
doesn't really interest me.
supposed to be on par
have a look around.
with, like, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle or whatever? Like, the the guy who wrote Sherlock Holmes. That's kind of what I'm taking from this lady. Should I bug him again?
Strange guy. I wonder what, or who, he's watching in the saloon. He seems like he's waiting for something, and he's growing.
Maybe Adil will know.
Adil?
Yes?
About the combination.
Yes.
Guernica hangs in New York.
Okay.
Do you know what the heraldic animal of New York is?
An eagle? It's all eagles over there.
That's the second time I've heard that. But no, it can't be an eagle.
I don't want to say riddle solved.
I'll be going. Don't waste all the hot water.
Never.
I want to figure out the fourth one. Yeah, I didn't want to go upstairs.
No, I won't talk to them as long as I can avoid it.
I'm not going to avoid it. Come on. Hey, whatever. I just do it with the 3 and I'll force the 4th. What was it? Lion, bear, bear?
Oh my god. Baroness von Tribitz? Are you okay? Hello? Baroness? Hello? Adil,
What happened?
The Baroness. Blood everywhere.
But who?
I don't know. Inch?
That doesn't make any sense.
Don't move. Zelna, up here. We've got our shadow. How are you?
I do nothing. Me crew.
Sure you are. What are you doing here?
Just fresh air.
Sure. You just wanted to get a breath of fresh air. Zelna, look who we have here.
Well, if that's not our shadow.
And our stowaway.
Were you recently traveling via trunk?
Nothing.
He claims to be part of the crew. Just wanted to get some fresh air.
Oh, sure. And you obviously didn't attack me either, did you?
The Baroness won't open her door, sir.
Understood. Take him to the detention cell, Robert. We'll talk later, my friend.
What is? Did nothing.
Inspector Legrand thinks otherwise. Move.
But I have... Gunshot.
I know that. Get moving. Into the cell.
Ah.
Okay. I think we'll call her here. And we'll power through and finish her off in the next episode. I feel like we're close. We already finished episode 2, so... And we're on to episode 3. As soon as I can, I'll pause it.
What happened last night?
What happened? That you were walking around the ship, that you let them catch you, that you endangered the whole plan, that you endangered me.
I didn't kill anyone. They arrested me purely by coincidence. They'll have to turn me loose in Cairo. I mean, someone was killed, weren't they? I heard a shot. Why won't you answer?
I'm having a conversation that you cannot hear.
What happened last night?
The Baroness was murdered.
Did you?
No. If it were up to me, she'd have had an accident in a couple of weeks. Instead, someone shot the old bat in the heart, point blank.
Are we calling it off?
No. Mr. X is ready, and as her surviving representative, I should be able to move about freely in the museum. The old hag's death doesn't change anything.
How did you get in here?
I'm more than capable of finding the entrance to a cargo hold. Indeed, it was child's play. It's not as though I had to crawl through ventilation shafts or anything so gauche.
So, what do we do now? I could escape and...
swim to Cairo.
So, I stay here and wait?
They'll arrest you in Cairo and question you about the murder. Even if they don't throw you in jail, it'll take days.
And if we find the murderer, then they'd have no reason to hold me.
Oh, I'm one step ahead of you.
Fucking scared me.
Nervous? I would be if I were you.
This Zellner chap wasn't part of the plan. I don't like it.
He's groping about in the dark. Legrand is the real problem.
Still, I'm going to take him out of the picture.
How?
Dr. Gebhardt killed the Baroness. A clever old man, but not clever enough to keep me from finding out.
So you just have to tip Legrand off, and then I'm as good as free.
That's what I thought at first, but then I thought, why waste the opportunity? I'd put Zellner on the trail of the good doctor. He'll drive Gebhardt into a corner, and when he lashes out in desperation, he might hit our Swiss friend. Maybe even Legrand, if we're really lucky.
You can't do that. The old fella's just doing his job.
And so am I.
Inch, enough blood has been shed. Inch, no more deaths. Damn! I have to get out of here and warn Constable Zellner.
Okay. Save the game, and we'll call her here. We'll pick it up from the spot. Tomorrow, we'll bust it out, finish her off. I feel like we're close, so this will be nice. We're just working our way back to the main confrontation, so to speak. Excuse me. But yeah, I do hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm having fun playing it. It is old, but I'm having quite a bit of fun. Like I said, so close to the end. Please smash that like button so that way I know you guys are enjoying. But next coming up, after this game, we got some Detroit Become Human. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to bust that out. I think that's about 12 hours of playtime as well. So depending on how long we go, be about another 6 episodes or so. Because some of these have been a little longer, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I do hope you guys are enjoying. You guys know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Apparently 80% of you guys are going to subscribe, so I would appreciate that. It's free. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace!